Yeah, well, we're kind of different and we're kind of the same, but not exactly. It's like I know that her time schedule and my time schedule kind of don't coincide. And then I know that, say for instance, I might clean up in the morning time. I might put things in a certain area, which is better for me than she might put it in a certain area that's better for her. So it's like you're working differently. It's just like two people do the same thing, but they do it in a different way. So I
Okay.
don't know if I'm explaining it very well.
So I hear that the tasks are getting done,
Mm-hmm.
just the two of you may have a different way of getting it done.
Right.
So maybe the thought is to set up some kind of task arrangement.
Okay.
What would you think about that?
That seems to be pretty. That would be work. I think that will work. That way we would both know what to expect of each other. I guess.
Now, how do you feel about being the mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is usually seen as a more authoritative figure, right,
Mm-hmm.
with the child. How do you see that in connection with maybe some feelings that you may have?
Well, that's awkward because it's like when your child is with you, then your child go by your rules.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like a flip. It's like you're living with your child, so you have to go by their rules. So whatever their rules are, that's what you should try to abide by. Even though you are the parent, you have to realize it's not your house. So that could sometimes be a conflict because sometimes children, your child don't like telling you anything about what's good or bad, what's wrong or right, because they feel like you're the mom. They shouldn't say certain things to their parents, because they feel. I guess they feel what is the word I'm looking for? I can't find the right word, but it's like they feel like they shouldn't talk back to their parents or try to tell their parents what to do. But then I feel like, well, it's your house, let me know what you want me to do. So sometimes the children, or if it's your child, they don't want to do that because they feel like, you know, it's not, it's improper to do.
So it sounds like you see some problems with the role reversal.
The role reversal, it could be a problem if I guess if you made it a problem. So it can probably be something you would have to work on.
So what things do you think would make it a problem?
Well, we're making a problem because it's like instead of going with what they do, you always trying to correct what they do. Their their setup, their how they do their tasks, how they run their house. You're always trying to correct because you're the mom. So that's a hard thing for me because I'm always trying to say, oh, you shouldn't do that, but it's your house. You should do what you want.
So maybe you think that your way of doing things is the correct way of doing things.
Sometimes I think my way is correct and correct not, but then I'm not the one to make that decision. But
So,
it do becomes a hard thing to do.
okay. So then what would be some of the things you think are the correct way to do things that she may not do the same as you?
Well, like me, I'm one of those organized kind of people.
Okay.
And I'm always organizing things and putting them in certain areas or in spots. And she's not an organized person, but she knows where her stuff is. She can find it. She knows where she wants it. She knows where she left it. But to me, it just seems so unorganized. But that's her, and I have to learn to understand and to live with that without trying to correct
So it sounds like you have one way of organizing things, and maybe your daughter has a different way of organizing things,
it. Yes.
but there's a correct way to organize things.
Well, I guess it's correct according to her. So if it's correct for her, then I should not try to change what she has set up for herself. So I should just leave it like she wants to do it because it's correct for her, even though I feel like it's incorrect.
Okay.
So that's it's just something I need to work on.
Cause earlier we mentioned that you had lived with your daughter before,
Mhm.
previously, and you talked about some of the circumstances, that were happening at that time that caused you to move with your daughter. Is this time the same type of circumstance?